Wednesday, February 21st.
The house was laying all over the yard, and the house was fully engulfed.
A house explodes, sending debris flying, while the family thinks their loved one was still inside. Plus, would you know what to do if you smelled gas? Tips to keep your family safe. And the best place to mingle for a mate in our February Focus on Love. WCCO 4 News at 5 starts now. Hello, everyone, and thank you for spending some time with us today. I'm Jeanette Trumpeter.
And I'm Dennis Doda. Well, right now, a father is missing hours after his family's home exploded into pieces. The blast this morning leveled this house in Corcoran, here on County Road 19 near Pioneer Trail. Tonight, the fire is out, but there are a lot of questions about how this happened. The problems started around 10 last night. The mother thought she smelled gas, so she took her son and left. The father stayed behind to work on a faulty furnace. Then at 7 this morning, the husband tried to call his wife, but didn't get through. As Heather Brown explains, 20 minutes later, the house exploded.
This morning, this was a big two-story home. A husband, wife, and 2-year-old little boy had moved in last month. Now a chimney and part of a burnt-out wall are the only things standing.
The front of the house was in the front yard, and the back of the house was in the backyard, literally laying in the yard.
Neighbors felt the explosion.
It was a boom. It shook the house.
A lot of debris flying across our backyard and smoke.
Firefighters don't know what started the fire, but are looking closely at what could have caused an explosion that big.
Last evening at approximately 11 o'clock at night, the wife and small child left the home due to what the wife described as a furnace smell in the house.
The wife told investigators her husband stayed behind. Earlier that night, their furnace was out. The propane company came over and filled the tank, but the furnace still didn't work. Ditter Incorporated, a furnace repair company, told us today they'd planned to come to the house this morning, and last night told the husband to turn the propane off. A family friend says he may have been comfortable with that. His job is to supervise construction sites.
He's so patient. He's really, really quiet and patient.
And patience is what everyone will need to figure out why this happened.
It's going to be a piece by piece. We'll have to go through it piece by piece and move every board and every stick and every shingle that one at a time and try and piece it together.
The real estate agent told us today that is the Beaudry company, but they did not want to comment. Investigators say they are working with them to figure out what looks like a propane explosion.
And so, Heather, at this point, they're still just saying the husband's missing, didn't show up for work?
No, Dennis, he did not. The last contact anyone had with him was that 7 a.m. voicemail to his wife that she didn't answer the phone. 20 minutes later, the explosion happened. But the fire marshal does say their top priority is to find and identify this missing man before really digging in the investigation about what happened here.
All right, very good. Thanks for the updates out there. And we did check. The family recently bought this home for more than $700,000. They were remodeling the house, and they were living in the basement.
Propane gas is the most widely used alternative fuel in the world. We don't know what happened in this case, but we do know the gas can be dangerous, especially if you don't have your tank properly maintained.
Propane is a very safe product.
Jay Johnston is a propane safety expert. He says gas companies don't cause many problems. Usually inexperience is to blame.
There are people that haven't been trained to work on certain appliances, and that's usually the cause of an incident is someone who doesn't know what they're doing working on a system.
He also says a leak check should be done after a contractor turns your propane off.
And technically, when you turn this off, then whoever turns it on is required by code to do what they call a leak check. And when you do a leak check, then you are making sure that there's no major leaks, no open lines.
Homeowners can avoid problems by having their tanks checked periodically.
But with propane, you can run out of gas. And we want to make sure when they run out of gas that the reason they ran out was if they used it all up, that there wasn't a leak somewhere.
And if you smell propane gas, there's a problem. It's different from a natural gas odor.
Propane smells like rotten eggs, and it has a very distinct odor.
If you do smell gas, get out of the house right away. Don't turn on any appliances or lights. Call for help from a neighbor's. And if it's safe, turn off the propane tank.
You open up this hood and you find this little wheel right here, and you turn that to the right, and that will shut it off.
Now, you can find much more information about propane online. Just head to our website, WCCO.com/links. There you will find all kinds of tips to help keep your family safe if you are using propane.